Welcome back to Global Wheel Hub, where we break down the world's most exciting machines one ride at a time. And today, we're diving into a legend reborn, a motorcycle that has dominated conversations in the power cruiser world for decades, the beast that refuses to retire. Yes, this is your full deep dive review of the 2025 Yamaha VMAX 1700, a machine that continues to defy categories, expectations, and even physics. So buckle up, because this bike is anything but ordinary. The VMAX has always held a special place in the motorcycle world. It's not just a bike, it's an attitude. A swaggering V4 muscle monster that makes every other cruiser feel like it showed up to a gunfight armed with a butter knife. For 2025, Yamaha didn't try to reinvent what already works. Instead, they refined, sharpened, and modernized the VMAX formula, breathing new life into a bike that already feels larger than life. Let's start with the heart of the beast, the legendary 1679cc liquid-cooled V4 engine. Yamaha keeps the core architecture intact, and honestly, thank goodness for that. It's the V4 that gives the VMAX its unmistakable personality. For 2025, Yamaha reworks the fuel mapping, enhances the intake efficiency, and slightly revises the exhaust flow. These updates don't drastically change peak output, but they sharpen the response, smoothen the torque curve, and improve performance off the line. You still get about 197 horsepower and around 167 newton meters of torque, and yes, it still feels like you're commanding a rolling thunderstorm when you crack open the throttle. The magic of the VMAX has always been its acceleration. It doesn't just move, it launches. And the 2025 model keeps that terrifying, addictive hit of torque that made it famous. But Yamaha has worked to make the power more manageable, especially in low-speed riding. The throttle response is more refined, less twitchy, and more predictable. You can still summon the insanity when you want it, but it no longer feels like the bike is constantly picking fights with you. It's more civilized, but in a still absolutely unhinged kind of way. One aspect riders will immediately feel is the improved ride balance. Yamaha modifies the aluminium frame, making subtle structural enhancements to improve rigidity. The chassis carries over its muscular stance but now delivers more confidence when cornering. The front end uses a 52mm inverted fork with updated damping, offering a firmer yet more controlled feel, while the rear continues with Yamaha's link-type monocross suspension, also retuned for 2025. These updates don't turn the VMAX into a sport bike, and it was never meant to be an ear, but they make it noticeably more versatile and approachable in a variety of riding conditions. Braking sees a small but meaningful upgrade. The 2025 VMAX features large dual 320mm front wave rotors paired with radial mount 6-piston calipers, and at the rear, a 298mm disc. ABS comes standard, now with a more advanced algorithm that adapts better when braking hard on imperfect surfaces. The bite is strong, progressive, and reassuring, helping control all that V4 fury when things get a little too spicy. Now let's talk about the designer, because this is where the VMAX continues to leave every other cruiser in the dust. The 2025 version respects its iconic silhouette, long, low, muscular, and unapologetically aggressive. But Yamaha integrates new modern touches. You get updated LED lighting, a slightly reworked headlamp shroud, and refined body panels with cleaner airflow lines. The air scoops on the side, so those signature VMAX features are still present but now come with a darker metal finish and sharper sculpting. The craftsmanship of the bike continues to impress, from the polished engine covers to the high-quality metallic paint schemes. Yamaha treats the VMAX like a premium machine. For 2025, new color options include Midnight Plasma, Stealth Iron, and a limited-run Inferno Red edition that screams "look at me" even while idling quietly at a stoplight. The seating position remains pure VMAX, slightly leaned forward, wide handlebars, and a low saddle height that makes the bike feel approachable despite its monstrous presence. Yamaha slightly tweaks the cushioning and contour of the seat to improve comfort for longer rides. And yes, while this is still not a touring bike by any means, it's now a bit more forgiving when you decide to stretch your ride beyond an hour or two. In terms of electronics, Yamaha doesn't overwhelm the VMAX with screens and digital gimmicks because that's not what this bike is about. But the essentials have been updated. The digital analog hybrid display is sharper and easier to read, with improved backlighting and a more intuitive layout. The bike now includes traction control with 2 intervention levels, ride-by-wire throttle, and selectable riding modes. Sport and Standard. Sport unleashes the full ferocity with razor-sharp throttle response, while Standard softens things just enough to make city riding less demanding. But the biggest question in 2025 is value, because high-performance machines aren't getting any cheaper. The new Yamaha VMAX 1700 enters the market with an estimated price of $21,999. Slightly above the previous model but justified by its updates and modernized components. Given the rarity of true muscle cruisers in today's market, the VMAX sits in a league of its own. There's simply nothing else that blends this level of raw power, road presence, and mechanical drama. So what makes the 2025 VMAX truly special? It's the fact that Yamaha understands what this bike represents. In a world moving rapidly toward electric tech, lightweight efficiency, and sanitized performance, the VMAX stands as a monument to mechanical excess. It celebrates combustion, sound, vibration, and emotion. It's not trying to be the lightest, the most efficient, or the most comfortable. It's trying to be unforgettably, and it absolutely succeeds. Whether you're cruising down a highway, rumbling through town, or blasting off from a traffic light, the 2025 VMAX gives you an experience that no other motorcycle can replicate. It's the kind of machine that demands respect from you and from everyone who hears it growl. It's not for beginners. It's not for the faint of heart. It's for riders who want something bold, legendary, and genuinely thrilling. To wrap up, the 2025 Yamaha VMAX 1700 is a powerful reminder that some icons don't fade, they evolve. Yamaha took a bike with a cult following and gave it subtle but meaningful improvements in handling, performance, and refinement while keeping everything fans love. If you've been waiting for a modern muscle bike that upholds its old school spirit, this might be your perfect ride. Thanks for watching Global Wheel Hub. If you enjoyed this deep dive review of the VMAX, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us what bike you want us to break down next. Until then, ride safe, ride smart, and keep your wheels on the road.